1917, I suppose, won Best Sound Mixing
And best visual effects too.
and Best Visual Effects.
Which is...
pretty understandable.
Yeah.
It's
Now, this is the thing. This is brought on a little bit of controversy. This win.
Yeah.
Because there was another film that didn't win any awards. Endgame.
Ah.
And that was up for best visual effects too. There's a post that's going around with Avengers Endgame that's stating the fact that it is the only film to be in the highest grossing film of all time category, if you look at the past, say, 10, to not win an Academy Award.
Is that saying something?
A lot of people have questioned it.
I'll tell you what, if that came out probably 4 years earlier or 5 years earlier, would have won probably 5 Academy Awards, or 2 or 3. But it was bad enough that they put Black Panther in the year before, and that won for, I think, costume or something like that, and it was nominated for music. I think it won music. And look, I think we're all getting to that point where we're getting quite burnt out with the Marvel.
Well, that's the thing. Look,
stuff.
This is how I see it, right? The Academy Awards, the films that win Academy Awards, they're usually for something that is so different and so groundbreaking in some ways.
Makes sense.
That it stays with us. But Avengers Endgame, it's what you expect. It is a continuation of a larger franchise that they've created.
Yeah.
And all of the other films that have won, that have been in the highest grossing film of all time category, they were new films.
Yeah.
New original stories that came out and sort of shook us. And this is kind of... And Avengers Endgame is an evolution.
Yeah.
It's not a new...
standalone or something that changes cinema or... Like, it did what it needed to do, which was basically, like, be a massive ensemble piece with huge spectacle and effects and tie up all that stuff from the previous, catalogue of films. But to be honest, I really don't think it had like the best effects anyway, because like they were good, they were top notch, but they weren't, like you were saying, they're not groundbreaking.
Yeah,
we've seen it all before. There's nothing new there. It's all story. It's all just a finalization of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not anything else.
And if we think about that category, and you really have to ask yourself, do you think Avengers Endgame, in visual effects terms, is better than 1917? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, I guess that is debatable, because a lot of people think that 1917 is just so gimmicky and just it's...
But the thing with 1917 is that the visual effects is in the background. It just appears. It does what visual effects are meant to do.
Which is the way I like it. They assist the storytelling, don't they?
And that's right. It's all about the storytelling. When Endgame is all in your face, but the thing is, a lot of people confuse visual effects, and they almost think that it has to be in your face to be a visual effect.
To be noticeable.
To be noticeable.
So they go, that's a visual effect.
And so that they can say, wow,
that CGI Thanos was, really cool. But
then real visual effects, great visual effects, is the visual effects that we don't see.
Yeah.
They're the most powerful because you don't see them. It doesn't take you out of the story at all.
David Fincher style, like Social Network or Zodiac, any one of his films, with CGI used in it, apart from Alien 3. I just, you can't pick them until they like break down the shots or whatnot. Like, they're really hard to pick what's what.
Yeah. And even like, if you look into 1917 a bit more further, they have they have transitions that are in your face and you don't even notice them, because they have to do tricks by having the character transition from the real person to a CG person, back to a real person, and have all these little bits that sort of all fit into one another. There's no hidden shots where you might go behind a rock or something and it kind of... They're there too. But there's also those ones that have those transitions right in your face and you don't even notice them.
Yeah. That's why probably a lot of people don't get it, because they're just like...
They don't see it.
Yeah. I can't see.
What visual effect?
I mean, yeah. And I guess superhero films always have been a bit, not taken seriously anyway, the Academy Awards. I mean, if anyone should have won Academy Awards, should have been Chris Nolan for the Dark Knight trilogy. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what changed the landscape of superhero films till now. And everything else has just been like an afterthought, or just like a carry on from that. It hasn't really been too much of a shift in, groundbreaking sort of technology.
There's only been a very few superhero films, or in that, comic book franchise sort of world, that have won Academy Awards.
Or been acknowledged by the Academy Awards,
been acknowledged,
yeah.
We've got ones like Joker.
Which is pretty interesting.
We've got Hugh Jackman.
Because you've got Dark Knight and Joker, which, two Jokers have won.
Yeah, yep.
So that says something about the character Joker as well, I think, and the Batman universe. It can be taken more seriously.
Yeah.
It does reflect social, our society, and it really, that character touches people, or, affects people in such a way that the Marvel and the Disney sort of, or Marvel characters just don't really have... You can't get that emotional with those characters, because they are very... Like, the Marvel world is very watered down. It's made for more people. It's made for... It seems to be more of like a McDonald's, where they're trying to please everyone, almost.
And that's why it makes the money.
It's working, and it makes the money it makes. It's for everyone.
It's not to discredit the art or the storytelling that's involved. And I think that's the politics that have come around, with Scorsese's comments and stuff like that. But when he says it's, a roller coaster ride, he doesn't mean it in a negative connotation.
No.
He's saying it in, it takes you for a ride.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
In a different way to...
I mean, we've been saying that for years anyway. That's Scorsese, saying that. Well, like, we've always been saying, that was a great thrill ride, or that was, we've always been using that term.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the big fuss is, just because, comic nerds are fucking butthurt over, over some old man's thoughts. But Martin Scorsese's a great director. Let the man have his perspective.
He makes films that are character-driven and emotion-driven. And those Marvel films are visually driven.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a roller coaster.
I know what I prefer.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's our views. That's our thoughts.
Yeah, that's my view. That's my thoughts. I'm not trying to fucking convince anyone.
Marvel, if those who enjoy Marvel and that they like going on that kind of ride, more power to you. Great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Two different people. He wasn't criticized. Anyway, we're going to have this conversation again.
Yes.
But
I mean, like, we've had plenty of cheesy, lighthearted, fun superhero films.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then we get these dark, serious ones like the Batman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get the shit ones as well, like Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
But then we've had fucking Dark Knight, powerful film, powerful performance. Joker, powerful film, powerful performance at the right time. Yeah. So, anyway.
Let's continue.
Yeah.